Hello and welcome to Savage Lands. My name is Burke and this is a guide on how to complete the game. In the final episode we're going to kill the dragon. If you're new to the game, please read all the letters and information that they have available so you can learn the lore and learn how the game works. At the start of the game you need to harvest everything that you can get your hands on. Okay, so you need these bits of wood here, there's ores over here that you need to get. The game, if you read that note back there, you'll see that the game actually wants you to make your way down here. Potion, rucksack, handy. And you want to come down here, and there's going to be your first base with a couple of monsters to kill first. Go. Doesn't look like he's giving me anything. Nope. Okay, so this is the spawn point. Just push E to set that. We'll just take care of these guys over here first before we get into the rest of it. You want to use that to harvest your meat early game. It's quite handy. I don't know whether pathing on these guys is any good. There we go. Nothing from you either. Okay, we'll just take care of this one last guy. You want to beat up all these skeletons and everything here. You're going to need their resources. Okay, just take everything. We'll come back here. You also want to harvest all this cotton. That's used to make cloth scraps, which you can use for bandages. That's flint and coal, which you'll need a lot of as well. And I just want to come back around here so that I can show you your chest here, full of useful items. I'll put that on. Grab all the armor that you can get. Probably should have put that on before I started smacking away on them. Okay, what else did we want here? We don't want that. Got some food there, you there. Sorry about that, just need to get some inventory management done. I'm not sure why they stack things like this. Okay, now if you choose to make this place your home, I recommend doing it up and getting it all in working order. There we go. If you're confused about how to fight these things, the best thing to do is just to strafe around them as you hit them. Makes it nice and easy. Okay, so the purpose of this guide is to show you how to get to the in-game content. So in order to do that quickly and efficiently, if I can ever hit him, sorry. In order to do that quickly and efficiently, I am going to cut out all the resource gathering, and I'm only going to show you the crafting side of things and finding and locating the boss fights. Each boss fight will be done leaving from a centralized place like this base here, so that you can easily find your way to where the bosses are located. That's not really an issue at the start of the game. At the start, or on the first island, I should say, rather, sorry. On the first island, it's small enough you can find your way around easily, but it's a good habit to get into, because once we're on the second island, the game's going to be a lot harder to find your way around in. So this is the tin ore. These are the ores I'm going to show you where they are. You need to harvest them as soon as they respawn. There we go, because that is the main thing that you're looking to gather right now. So I'm just going to cross back over here. If you look to the meters on your bottom right hand corner of the screen there, you will see that there is a cold meter on the health that permanently deletes your health until you warm yourself back up. And underneath that, the orangey bar is the food meter, so that affects your stamina. Okay, that's frost fern. You want that for the bandages. They make very good bandages. And here is the other tin ore to harvest. Okay, another book. I wonder if we can... You want to harvest all of those bones that you can get there. There's more ores here. I'm going to come back later on and grab all these. But for right now, I just want to show you where they are. And you want to beat on rocks as well. These all respawn after a while. The only things that don't respawn are the trees. The trees and the bushes. Okay, and around here we have one more. I think that's coal there and flint there. And that's clay. Okay. So we just have to wait for my stamina to recover. You can beat up all these boxes and everything like I saw before to gather, like you saw before, in order to gather resources. You want to hit these bushes and things will give you sticks, but they also drop berries and tree nuts, which are useful for crafting potions. We're not going to be building the potion station in this island as it's not really necessary. The trees will drop bark and you use the bark with the berries and the tree nuts to craft tannin also. So I only ever craft enough tannin to get by, so that I've still got plenty for the potions and things. This marks the entrance into Toloka, I think it's called. If you look at your left hand side, you'll see Toloka Woods. You'll see that the name of the area you're in is highlighted there. All the animals in here, pigs and wolves, will attack you and they will kill you. So if you're new to the game and you're not sure, I would recommend staying out of here. Just run in, grab the ore and then get out. Okay, and this area is where one of the bosses spawn, and it's why it's probably the only dangerous place in the whole island, this first island. Once you have the tin armor, which is why we're harvesting this in the first place, then you will be able to come in here and fight the animals. I actually highly recommend coming here to gather your meat and your leather and hides and things, as these animals will come to you, whereas with the deer and rabbits and the pigs on the outside, you have to chase them basically, which isn't much fun. And it's one of the reasons why the arrow is important. Okay, so we'll just come back along here. I'm just going to let my stamina rebuild. And I just want to show you, at the start of the game, you're not going to have a bow and arrow. So you will have to chase the animals down. And I'll just show you that now. These guys will run and eventually they'll stop. And he'll stop again shortly. Any time now. Hopefully before I run out of stamina. There we go. And that's how you get your meat and leather, and sometimes sinew as well, they drop. Okay, so that's why you craft the bow and arrow early game, because it takes this out of here. Now you have to walk all the way back along here. This location here is a very good spot for a base if you don't want to have to deal with any of the monsters and things. There are no monster spawns next to this base here, so if you want to do this one up instead, it's in almost a direct line of sight to the base the game wants you to use. I'm going to set up here because I'm not really that bothered. So what was the other thing I wanted to point out? Yes, you want to keep an eye on this. Is a great source of food early game because you don't need to chase anything down for it. However, you will need lots of leather in order to start getting your first set of armor done. So I just want to have a look in here. Doesn't look like I've actually got any leather. That's going to be a bit of a problem. We got one piece of sinew out of all of those things that we killed. Usually you see those rabbits, if you hit them, they often drop animal skin as well, which is quite handy. Oh, we've got some good shards there. Okay, so I'm just going to go away now and I'm going to gather all the resources that I need in order to craft all the buildings and everything that we need to carry on with the game. And once I've done that, I'll probably call it a day for the episode, as I'm going to go away and harvest all the resources and everything that I need for the armor and things that we need to take on the bosses. So if you push J on your journal, you'll see that there is a bestiary here. This will tell you all the animals and all the bosses and everything that you need to fight as well. Very helpful. It also tells you what weapons they have on there. I think it does anyway, if I just have a look. Yeah, and if you look here, it tells you all the weapons and everything that you can craft. But if you go here, this is where you see what you will need in order to craft the various stations that you need. We're not going to worry about the cauldron, as like I said earlier, that is unnecessary at this stage. Okay, so just come along here. I'm going to cut it out after this, but you want to start harvesting these because it's actually faster and more efficient. And I will see you guys when I have all the items that I need. Okay, and welcome back. And now we're going to start crafting all the things we need. I just built the fire up there. As you can see, if you look down in the bottom left right hand corner, you'll see the cold bar is disappearing. This will allow your health to regenerate back up to its maximum capacity. If we push J, we're just going to have a quick look. We want to do the crafting table first. Now I am not going to be fussy on where I'm placing these at all. This is just a guide. So let's see, we need some more planks by the looks of it, and some leather. My apologies, I was supposed to have all of this ready before I started. If you push K, you'll bring up the crafting menu. Wooden planks, and that should be enough for that. Hit Q to put everything in, and we're good. Now if you push K at the crafting table and click on the broken sword, we can repair our gear. So that is the chief reason I wanted to get that done so quickly. Okay, and what else do we need? Sorry, J. Here we want the smelter first. We cannot build the forge until you've built the smelter. Okay, we need 4 stone blocks. So if we go to K, sorry, we push K, go to general, stone slabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's done. Okay, and I think that in order to make the forge, yep, we need 3 tin ingots. So if we push K here, on the general tab there, you'll see ingot tin is highlighted. And that means we can now forge the armor and weapons that we have. Beautiful. So this means that from now on I just need to finish off all the resource gathering so I can get the components I need. When we come back in the next episode, we will be crafting all the armor and all the weapons that we need, and we'll be setting out, and I'm not sure if we're going to get all 3 bosses done in one hit or if we will need to split it up. We'll see how we go for time. But for right now, yeah, just if you have a look at J, and if you go down to the weapons there, you can go along, see the tin sword, that will tell you exactly how much ore you need for that. So what we're going to be doing, if you have a look at the damage on the hammer and the sword, is exactly the same. However, you need the hammer to obviously mine the rocks and things. It says mine rocks on the sword, but it does not do a very good job. So you can dual wield once you get to that stage. So on the left hand we will have the sword, and in the right hand we'll have the tin hammer. So I'm just going to leave you guys to it. If you push K, you can come here and have a look at the tin. You got the boots, the chest plate, the gauntlets and the helmet. That will tell you, you can work out from that how much ore you need to harvest, and also how many animals you're going to need to kill as well in order to get the leather prerequisites. Although you may already have some of that, but you're probably still going to need to upgrade that. So make sure you chop down plenty of bushes and things so that you can get the berries in the tree nuts and also cut down trees for the bark. That way you can craft the tenon that you need to do the upgrades. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next episode where we will be crafting the gear and getting off this island, probably, or at least getting the items that we need to get off this island. Okay, if you want to be like me and not worry about building a base on the first island, I don't really see it as being overly necessary. You can just craft a torch and you hold that in your left hand and that will warm you up. Okay, so that's the main reason for having a house. Also, you don't need to keep pouring resources in here to cook the meat. So if we go here to K, click on the food. Hang on, we have raw rabbit meat. We should be able to cook that. Ah, there we go. Now it's showing up. I might have been too far away. And just hit craft. And now we have plenty of food to last us. Okay, that's why you keep harvesting those rabbits for now. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next episode. You take care, and I'll see you next time. This is Burke signing off.